country. And thank God, because so many of these commercials, Bill, did not get to the key discussion going on. What is the future of the country? How can we afford these programs that are going to bankrupt the nation? How do we deal with a Medicare system that is growing exponentially, and it can keep on growing unless we do something about it?
Now, John has teed up Bill Burton. This is your platform to explain. What were you thinking when Priorities USA, your super PAC, came up with the video, which hasn't run as a commercial, but the video which, by any stretch of the imagination, according to every, nonpartisan group, fact checker, editorial writer, the Washington Post, the New York Times, seems to suggest that somehow Mitt Romney is responsible for the death of this poor woman with her husband in the ad.
And that's absolutely not what we were saying. And, it was an emotional ad. There's no doubt about it. And there are people who thought it was great. There are people who didn't think it was great. And I think it got a debate going about Mitt Romney's business experience. And the reason that we did it, and the reason we did all these ads that we did about Mitt Romney's business experience, no, is that, when we talked to voters about the Ryan budget, actually, last year, voters were, appalled. They responded viscerally to it. But they didn't believe that a politician could actually support it. And so what this does, every one of these ads about Mitt Romney's business experience, is it laid the groundwork that, yes, Mitt Romney is the kind of politician who could support something like the Ryan budget. Now, the fact that Mitt Romney picked Paul Ryan and connected himself to that budget in a way that he can't extract makes that job much easier. But that's what this race is about, big things. And it's about which direction we want the country to go in.
What about the fact that Mitt Romney left Bain Capital before this woman ended up being fired, that she had other health insurance, that there was a gap between when she was fired, when she was diagnosed? I mean, aren't there so many flaws in the premise of that ad? No,
there's not one fact in that ad that's wrong. And I would challenge you to find one. All the facts in that ad are absolutely accurate. When that company went bankrupt, Mitt Romney was the chairman, CEO, and sole shareholder of Bain. And, I think that most Americans would agree that you own the responsibilities that your company is making when you're the CEO. And, there are real-life consequences to when all these people lost their jobs, when their health insurance got canceled, when they lost their pension benefits. And some of the stories are really sad. But that doesn't mean that they should be off limits. This is a race about very big things and about the direction that our country is going to go in. And so we thought it was, if Mitt Romney wants to make his business experience the center of this campaign, we were happy to take him up on that and talk about his business experience.
I've got to give you the last word.
Well, let's, the next 10 days, they're going to be trying to define Paul Ryan. And what Priorities USA did was show us kind of how they're going to go at it, how the Democrats are going to go at it. They're going to try to say anything they can about Paul Ryan and use the most obscene language to say that Paul Ryan's going to kill people. And the fact of the matter is, Paul Ryan's a good person. He's an earnest person. I think people are going to see that. And who wins that definition, who wins that defining battle, is going to win this election. And for Republicans, they got to get out quickly and let Paul Ryan speak for himself and define himself as someone who cares about this country and wants to solve the financial problems facing America.
We have to leave it there.